Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your work and finance reading for the month of April. Welcome, welcome. This is probably like my second reading on YouTube for work and finance, that is. I hope this resonates and you do enjoy it. Please hit the like and or subscribe. Please share the video with anybody who you think this would resonate with. Please also listen to your moon and your rising as they may clarify this reading or resonate a little bit better with you. Now, Taurus, the camp that I got here when I was meditating and reading for the month of April, this is somebody that's not really thrilled with the current job that they're in or the position they're in, even if it's a good job. This is one of the Taurus who in the middle of the month decides to leave to pursue what they're dreaming of, what their happy ever after job might be, or what they want to be doing. Now, if that's you, listen in. If that's not you, of course, please listen to the other videos on YouTube. All right, so let's begin. I start with Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling like you're in a position or a place that has you something that just doesn't fulfill you. That's what I'm hearing. And maybe you feel that you're stuck there because you need the paycheck or you need the salary, whatever it may be, because I don't want to call you a starving artist, but there's something that you've been dreaming about doing and you're just afraid to go out and do that because you need to be stable. And that's what a Taurus is all about: stability, financial stability, and being grounded. But you do find the stamina to do that in the month of April. Now, I do want to say something else before I begin. I didn't see any pentacles at all here. So that can only mean two things. Money is either not flowing in, or it's not great at this time, or it's so good and it's okay that it's equalizing, meaning you're even keel. You're just, you're getting by. You're fine. And mostly looking at the rest of the cards in the readings, that's what I'm sensing for you, Taurus. Financially, you're okay. You're just, even keel right now, and you'll be fine all through April. I don't really see a financial problem at all. This is mostly mental and action oriented. So because I only see wands and swords here, and the swords is thoughts, what you're going to do, actions that you're going to take, and the wands are the actual actions that are going to happen. Now, besides that, I have a lot of major arcana, which tells me your archangel and your spirit guides are ascending to help you move forward to get onto that path that you need to be on. So we began with the Eight of Swords, feeling stuck in a place you don't want to be. Now I also have a King of Swords. There's a male gentleman, darkish hair, salt, pepper, gray hair, possibly Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This person, he could be like a mentor or a boss or somebody you work with that's older than your age or older. He's very smart. He's very cerebral. He's very in his place. He could be a little bit of a dick too, so you'll know who I'm talking about by his characterization. He's also somebody that is like a no joke kind of guy. Like, he's the kind of guy that'll fire other people with zero empathy. But he kind of likes you. Even though this guy's a bit of a dick, he likes you, Taurus. He likes you a lot because you get the job done. But he's also a manipulator. So, but I think you're aware of that. I think you know what he's doing. And so, you're keeping yourself at bay from the guy. Like, you interact with this person as much as you can because you have to. Now, Five of Wands. This talks about being in a competitive field or being in competition with others regarding your job. So fives also tell me it's a time of change, and I see that. Now, that's the beginning of April. Going into the middle of April, I just keep seeing the same message over and over again. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about luck being on your side, but aside from that, this is the energy I started feeling where you wanted to move your life from this position up to this position. Like, you wanted to change your dynamic. You wanted to change the circle of your life, is what I kept seeing. Like, I kept seeing a person going over, around, and around. I'm like, what is this? So this is just me telling me that you're going to leave your job. You're going to quit your job to move into something else. And I just felt that way. Or this is the sense that I'm getting in the middle of April. Ace of Swords. Again, it's another card telling me you wanting to get out, you wanting to leave, you wanting a different change. This could also talk about contracts or ending something, like taking the knife and ending. And that's what for me is. Usually when this is contract, it like you could be signing a contract or getting out of a contract. But because I see this here regarding this reading and all the cards that are around here, it's you cutting something out, pretty much. Six of Swords. This is the middle of April going into the end of April. You going from harsh waters into smoother waters. You're leaving the storm, and you're leaving the storm behind. It's whatever you really didn't like. It was almost internal storm. It was like something you were doing that you didn't even really want it to do. So now we move on into the end of April. The end of April, I have the Hierophant. The Hierophant, which by the way is another card of Taurus, so this could very much be talking about you, talks about community or doing something in a very typical Orthodox type of way. However, in this regard, because it is community, I'm feeling this has something to do with tutoring, teaching, going back to school, or getting a mentor, or you're a mentor and you're mentoring. There's so many of you Taurus that I'm reading for, so I need to be a little bit more general, but this is the sense I'm getting. The energy I'm getting is because I kept hearing tutoring, I kept hearing teaching, working in an institution. So maybe some of you want to be teachers. Some of you need to be mentored to do something that you've been loving to do. If you're like, say, an artist and you wanted to, talk to an artist. This is also talking about having that fear where you might be a novice at what you do, or you need to be mentored. I suggest you reach out to somebody who excels at this and say, hey, can we go out for lunch? I'd like to pick your brain regarding, something I'm interested in doing. Would that be cool with you? I just want to chit chat. Well, I mean, in these days, I don't know what's going to happen at the end of April, beginning of May, but it's right around then, like going into May, that you might actually be doing something like this. Now, if not, you'll be doing Zoom sessions, I'm imagining, but that also works too. Knight of Wands. And when I was shuffling, I was trying to get to the last card, but this came out and it fell right smack on top of it. It told me that these two cards wanted to come out with each other. I have the Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups. So I was like, oh, okay, I know what it's trying to say. For me, this is like, a flash in the pan, like a one-night stand. You go in, you go out. It was just like a quick thing and then it fizzled out. But when I got this on top of this, I was like, oh, okay. So you get a great idea. And it's sparked by your passion. That's why this two were falling together. And this is why I think you're a novice at what you're doing. Or this is why I think you have something to learn regarding this new idea, or you're craving to learn something about what you want to do. Because Wands are always talking about creativity and passion, passionate creativity. So this is something at the end of April going into May. And I'm really sensing for you guys that this is an energy that's going to carry on into June and July. That you're going to be working on this idea that you come up with, because the Knight of Wands does come up with light bulb idea and moments. And then this is telling me it's something new and fresh. And like a child, you're going to run off and do this. But it won't be just a flash in the pan moment for you. It won't, because you have the Temperance card. Well, this is a card of Sagittarius. So maybe your mentor or somebody that you pick could be a Sagittarius. But this is Archangel Michael coming in to help you harness this and get this going. And the interesting thing is, cups are passion, wands are action. You actually do this. You actually move on this situation. And Archangel Michael is going to help clean the road to help you get there. Because you also did have the Wheel of Fortune, having luck on your side. So all your angels are ascending right now to help you go into this direction. Now I want to go in and just clarify a few cards here. I'm pretty certain the Eight of Swords is you feeling stuck. Yes, and then the first card I just popped out, I wasn't even going to clarify, but it just popped up. You needing a break from this, you needing a vacation, you needing to heal. Four of Swords is saying like, I need a timeout, or I need to get the hell away from this. I need a vacation, or I need to break off. King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here? I don't know if this King of Swords helps you or what. Let me see. What is this King of Swords doing here? That I wasn't expecting. And Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Wands here? Interesting. Okay. So this King of Swords that I was talking to you about earlier in the beginning of April, this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, he's like, I told you he's a little bit shady, a little bit douchey, but to you it's kind of like he's not, he doesn't step on your toes, or you keep him at bay kind of thing I was saying earlier. The Five of Cups talks about guilt and resentment. So I don't know if this is your energy or his energy. I knew there was something off about this person because it was a little bit shady. There's something about him you do look up to. And I don't know if you feel guilty turning your back on this person because this was your boss, or was your mentor, and now you're saying goodbye to him, so you feel bad about it, you feel really guilty. Is that what I'm getting? Because I'm seeing this clearly now as I'm getting the clarifiers, the details. It's the nuances, how I know the nitty gritty. So this is telling me you feeling stuck and wanting to get away. This is your boss mentor person and you feeling guilty, or he's feeling guilty. Either he's firing you or you're leaving him and you feel bad about it. And I really think it's the latter. The Five of Wands. You were in a very competitive field and you were constant competition. You were coming out above the fray. I don't know if you knew that, but you were dealing with competition. But this said that you felt a lack of success in this industry or this business or this job or whatever the hell you were doing. You felt a lack of success. You just always felt like it was a constant rat race. Wheel of Fortune. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here for my Taurus? Shall I say the rat race is over for you guys? Oh, yes it is. You know how I said the luck is on your side, the Wheel of Fortune. The Sun. This is doing something that you're passionate about, something you love and care about. This is the Sun. When you're a child, when everything was happy, hunky-dory, when you were like 6 years old running around in the backyard, were you thinking about rent or mortgage? No. Were you thinking about paying the bills? No. You were thinking about hanging out with your friends or, chit-chatting, just being you, having fun in the sun like a little kid. And the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. But this also talks about, what you're passionate and crazy about doing for a living. This also talks about taking another time out. It's another card of getting away. So you can think about it. Taking a time out, leaving something behind and going to something new. Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here? Yeah. You're trying to start your own business or your own enterprise or something, your own new. But because it's so new, you have this, unless you're dealing with an Aries and he's a total jerk off and he's like kind of putting blocks in your way or obstacles in your way, that's for some of you Taurus. It's very specific. But it's in the reverse. And this is why I think he's a douche, because he's in the reverse and he's trying to block you. Or he's trying to tell you, oh, not to do this. Now, for others of you, because this is the Ace of Swords, and I said new contracts, new this, new that, getting into something different, and you cutting people out, this could be somebody you cut out of your dynamic, this Aries person. He's older than you. It also talks about starting your own company, your own business, you're something new, and you cut away a partner. So this is the partner you cut away so you could do the business on your own. This is mostly what I'm feeling from most of you Taurus. And then I'm not going to clarify the Six of Swords because it's quite clear. You're going to leave choppy waters, a stormy section, and go into something much better, much smoother. Now let's get into the end of April and see what goes on here. Why is the Hierophant here? This is what I was thinking, like you teaching or learning something, surveying or imbibing. Guys, only you know what that's going to be all about. And yeah, Queen of Pentacles. So if this isn't you, Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, here you are, this energy. And this talks about a community. And, there's nothing like the mother over here, the mother hen, who spreads her energy for everybody for the greater good, where she wants to do something good for the whole family. When she's in the reverse, now mind you, if you're the male Taurus watching this is just your divine feminine energies coming through. Because we all have, some divine masculine and divine feminine, all of us, like a yin and a yang that we internally have. Now, in the reverse, this talks about herself, this divine feminine of herself, meaning her taking care of her and no one else. But in the upright, she's the nurturer. She takes care of everybody. And this talks about community. This talks about doing something an orthodox way. So maybe you do want to be a teacher and these are your students, or you want to mentor somebody and you want to take care of others, or you have to take care of others and you have to take an orthodox approach regarding to what you want to do work-wise. Now, what's this brilliant idea you come up with that you're really passionate about? And that also tells me some good news is going to come in with that. And this is why I feel financially, you're okay right now. You're even Steven, so you're cool. And I don't really see any financial loss or burdens which is a good thing. Universe, angel, spirit guides, why is temperance here? Yeah. Let me just get one more card for, just one more card. I'm just curious in general. Yes. Okay. So this might have been some kind of opportunity that re-sprung up for you. It might have been something you talked about in the past about doing, or somebody from your past that you talked about doing this, and now it's being entertained at the very end of April going into May. I still see June and July happening for you. It's like talks and conversations. Now, this idea that you're passionate about, you bring it up to somebody, but somebody's been peeping you. So this right here, this Page of Swords tells me someone's had their eye on you for a little while now. Well, unless this is you keeping your eye on someone else and their work and what they do because you want to do it too. So of course it could be vice versa. Or somebody has been peeping you on your work and what you're doing and finds an interest in you. Now, Archangel Michael stepping in to help balance out the scales, to help you out, to make this all happen, make your dreams come true. Clarified by the Four of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse. So boom, right off the bat, this tells me right here, Archangel Michael is stepping in to bring it back. This is definitely something you walked away from in the past, and now you're walking back to. And the Four of Cups, you had an opportunity to do this in the past, but you ignored it. Archangel Michael is giving you a second chance. Do not ignore it. Do not ignore this chance. Do not ignore this opportunity that comes at the very, very end of April, because this is an outcome situation. We'll see what happens in May, but this opportunity that comes back to you, make sure you move forward with it because it looks very, very promising. Now, I do want to pull one card from Angels of Abundance from my Taurus. Any other messages, universe, angel, spirit guides for my Taurus people? Thank you. Yeah, that should be enough. That's more than enough. 3 cards popped out. Really only wanted 1. But let's see. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. Yeah, because you had this right here. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. The universe is working with you to unblock you. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks. So there's something in your past you were trying to do. So now these blocks are being lifted and you're given a second chance by Archangel Michael. So the blocks are being lifted. Detox your friendships. Shit. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time with. So be discerning. You know what the perfect card of be discerning means? Abort your associations and your relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. This is the ultimate card of being decisive, slicing and dicing someone out. And then you had this person. I had a sense. This guy right here, this Aries, whatever he is, business guy, he's no good. Especially in the reverse. He's giving you bad ideas, if not bad juju. Away with this guy. Organize for success. Taurus, do not let the word organize intimidate you. It is simply a way for you to censor clarity of purpose. So maybe you're getting a little overwhelmed regarding of what you need to do. You don't need to be overwhelmed. It's going to happen regardless. Just take your time, jot down your ideas, jot down your thoughts, and then if it's because you're maybe possibly a novice at this or something new, or you're afraid because you don't know a lot, just write down your ideas and talk to people who've done this before. And then this is part of the organizing process, as I advised you earlier. So, Taurus, this was a beautiful reading. And until May, good luck, guys. This looks amazing. Bye, Taurus.